Hi, good afternoon, everybody. Now, I don't know how many people are going to see this. This is a bit of a weird one. It's going out to LinkedIn because I've got a lot of people within my LinkedIn group and connections who are ex-military, and this has a military theme. This is also going out live to one of my YouTube channels. I run a channel called Military Memories that you may or may not be aware of, and on Military Memories, I do various things. I have interviews with serving and veteran members of the armed forces, Navy, Army, and Air Force about all sorts of different things. So what am I going to talk to you about today in this very, very brief chat? I'm going to introduce you to one of my friends. If you're watching this and you're in the Gen Dit network, you'll be very aware of this gentleman that I'm going to talk about in a moment, my old army friend, Bruce Duncan. I'm going to give you a little bit of history very briefly about Bruce, what's happened to Bruce and what we do on a regular basis, because Bruce had an incident a few years ago that has left him bedbound, nil by mouth in a care home. And that, again, is relevant to this chat. So let me show you Bruce, first of all. Now let's change that over. Here's my mate, Bruce. In that picture, in that bed, you can see Major Retired Bruce Duncan. Bruce was a member of the Royal Army Medical Corps. We actually joined the army together on the very same day, on the 7th of September 1982. Two young kids joined the Royal Army Medical Corps down at Ashvale, at Keogh Barracks in Ashvale near Aldershot. And then throughout our military career, Bruce and I became very, very good friends. We used to play corps basketball together for the Royal Army Medical Corps all over the place, all over the UK and further afield. And whilst initially we did our training together and we both joined the Army Environmental Health Cadre, we went our separate ways. And eventually Bruce left the Royal Army Medical Corps and went and joined the Adjutant General's Corps. But he did come back into the RAMC upon commissioning. So he left the army as a major in the Royal Army Medical Corps quite a few years ago. And then Bruce went on to become a practice manager in a medical centre, GP surgery up in Southport. He lives fairly close to there now, but life's quite different for Bruce these days. Quite a few years ago, I think it was about 7 years ago now, Bruce had an incident and he had a fit and he went into a coma, diabetic coma, and his brain was starved of oxygen for a certain length of time. And no one's 100% sure just how long. But the result of it was he suffered a brain injury. So now what you see there, Bruce spends his life in that bed or in a chair. He's nil by mouth. He has very little other functions and very little pleasures in life. So what do we do for our mate Bruce then? We have two main events that take place that we never miss religiously. First one is in March. It's Bruce's birthday. And we go to the care home, and I'm going to put all of the details of the care home in the show notes. We go to the care home and we let Bruce know that we still think of him and that he's still important, that he matters to all of his army friends. And sometimes, some years on his birthday, we'll do one of these. We'll do a live stream from the care home and we'll get people logging in from all over the world. And typically we get people in from Cambodia, Australia, New Zealand, Thailand, and all sorts of other places, depending on where people are at that particular moment in time. So people log in and just wish Bruce well. A lot of people who can't make it, who can't log in, actually do a very short recording on WhatsApp and send me WhatsApp videos, and I put together a montage. And Bruce loves it. He can't really communicate so well, but we know he understands. He gets it. He knows what's going on. You can see it in his eyes. He's alive behind the eyes, even though he struggles to effectively communicate verbally with anybody. Myself, his friends and colleagues, and his dear wife Lou, who has stood by him through thick and thin, and devoted her life to Bruce before and after this unfortunate incident. So that's what happens in March. Now then, let's fast forward to where we are now in November. This is the other thing we do religiously every year. It's Remembrance Day coming up. Historically, what we've done is we get in our car, we leave Newcastle, and we go across to where Bruce is in Burscough. He's in a care home in Burscough, not far from Southport. And prior to this year, we've turned up, and Bruce gets in his finery, gets all his medals on, gets washed and shaved, looking smart as a dart, gets his medals on, which are immaculately polished. Bruce has a good rack of medals, including a QCB, the Queen's Commendation for Bravery, which was awarded for certain actions that took place in Bosnia a while ago. And the officer giving the citation and recommending Bruce for his award was none other than Colonel John Crossland, famous for his little black beanie hat as the OC of B Company 2 Para in the Falklands War in 1982. And over the years, I've chatted and had contact with John Crossland, and John has joined us on the live feeds and given his best wishes to Bruce on both his birthday and also on Remembrance Parade. And guess what? He put his little black beanie hat on, which was quite amusing. So now to the reason for this message. Bruce, this year, we're going to do something slightly different. Last year, we took him out and it was freezing cold. We went to Southport, he chucked it down with rain, and bless him, Bruce is sat there in his wheelchair and he has zero movement almost. So he was a little bit uncomfortable and not that happy. And we eventually got him back to his care home, warmed him up, etc. And at that point we vowed, like, we won't do that anymore because it needs to be a nice, memorable experience. So what we're going to do this year is something slightly different. So this weekend, so it's the 30th of October today. So this weekend on Saturday, what we're going to do is we're going to do Remembrance service for Bruce a week early. So we're going to go up to Burscough on Saturday morning about 11:30. I'm going to set up in the care home day room, the guest sort of sitting room, and we'll have the big screen on, and I'm going to set up a live stream, and all the details of that live stream I will publish on social media on Saturday morning. What we're going to do is we're actually going to play last year's Remembrance Parade on the screen. Okay, it's a bit of a cheat really, but Bruce will enjoy it all the same. We'll have him in his medals. We'll be there in our core finery and we'll have our medals on. And then we're going to go through a specific remembrance service just for Bruce. And he'll love it because he loves it every year, unless he's freezing cold. Then he doesn't love it so much. So that's what we're going to do. You are invited to join us. Why don't you spend 5 minutes of your time? Just pop on, click the link on the notes that are going to go on various social media channels, and just pop in and join us. And if you know Bruce or if you don't know Bruce, pop in and say hello. Wish him all the best, as we're going to do for Remembrance. We'll only be on for about half an hour, and then that will close it all down, and that'll be Remembrance done for 2025. And the reason we're doing that is because typically in previous years when we've done similar events, of course, everybody else involved, either currently serving or previously serving, they're on Remembrance Parade, or they're getting ready for Remembrance Parade, or they're doing something for Remembrance. So interacting with us and Bruce, etc., was a non-starter. So we've changed it around this year. We're going to do it early for Bruce to give other people the opportunity to join us if they so wish. So I hope you might be able to join us. Pop in just for a minute. Say, hi, how you doing, Bruce? Good to see you, mate. All the best wishes. See you later. 2 minutes of your time will make a huge difference to Bruce. His eyes light up when we turn up for birthdays, when we turn up for remembrance. His eyes light up and we see the recognition. He gets it. He gets it. And we want to continue for as long as we can to make sure Bruce knows that his current family, his wife and his friends, and more importantly to me, his veteran friends, his army brotherhood, we still care, and that's really, really important. So I hope you can join me. All the details will be in here. It's going to be at Burscough. I'll put this in the thing, but 75 Liverpool Road, L40 7SU, this Saturday at 12 o'clock. If you're in the area, you can come in, you know, you can pop in, quickly sign in, come and join us, have a sandwich and a glass of orange juice or water or something, and say hi in person, shake his hand. That's me, that's Richard Wade saying thank you so much for your time. Might see you on Saturday in person, might see you on the screen, but either way, thanks everyone and take good care.